My name is Stacy Nelson. I'm from Electra, Texas. I am the library director for the Electra Public Library. I've been here since 2012. Before coming to work here, I worked for our school system as a school librarian from 2004 until 2012. So, I don't have a master's in library science because of the population. We're not required to have that here to run the library. So I'm always trying to learn new things and keep myself up to date on what's we need to be doing so that our library can continue to grow. Electra is a population of right around 2,800 people. We're halfway in between Oklahoma City and Dallas. I mean, we're just a little kind of blip in the road, but we're exactly halfway in between both those.
Prior
Okay?
to your participation in the Libraries Connecting Texas, which is the program that we're going to be highlighting with
Right.
you today,
Yes.
what was the internet speed in the library?
When I first took over, that we were wired in with our telephone company, and they were just starting to explore the internet services. So our speed was really slow. It was a dial-up internet, and so I think a year after I got here, we switched to like satellite providers. The highest speed that we could get was 6 megabytes per second download and 2 megabytes per second upload. That is the only speed that we could really function at. Because of how slow our speed was, we really didn't have that much computer traffic because people just got tired of sitting there waiting for it to load.
Did you
So
offer
as
Wi-Fi to the community?
yes, yes, we had Wi-Fi that was available 24/7. I mean, they could pull up outside the library and access it if, weather permitting. You know how satellite internet is. If you've got clouds in the sky, your internet's not going to be all that great. So we were having to run the library on that speed as well through our circulation computers and all of that. So with us being on there and other people being on there, it would slow the speed down so much that even our circulation computers would time out. So it was really, really a hectic thing to have to deal with day in and day out. My IT person is also full time for the school as an IT person, and I worked with them when I worked for the school system. So they brought the fiber lines in to help their speed, and then they brought it to my attention, and then the state library brought this program to all of our attentions, and I immediately jumped on it. Then the consultants that the state library provided helped to write into my application, or the thing for the companies to bid to bring their service to our library. They helped write in, the extra equipment that those companies would provide. And so that was really helpful because I had no idea that it was going to require so much update on servers and
The
things you
library's
do.
infrastructure that you're talking
Right.
about within the
Yes,
library, you had to do some things in order to be able to work with that type of a speed that you were going to be receiving.
that's correct. Because the higher the speed, the more it would put on the system we already had, and our system could not support that speed, so it would have burned it up.
Right.
So we had to think about that. The consulting company that the state library provided us with would come in and ask you different questions and then help you to put what you needed into your application for E-rate. Having a higher internet speed provides our kids with more benefits for, like if they didn't get their homework and stuff done at school, which our school system really tries to do, that they can come here and finish working on papers or download pictures or whatever it is they need to do. I went to the friends group and I told them that our 20% that we would be responsible for was just a little bit over what I was paying that we were getting through a satellite provider. So, I mean, it was like maybe a couple $100 more a year to have 100 megabytes of speed. So they were all on board for that.
Great. So that's what we're meeting together to talk about the homework gap. Comparing the before and after of when you introduced the 100 megabits per second in the library, do you see an increased number of students coming in? Or have you done anything in the community to advertise that this could be a spot to come to do your homework?
I do a weekly newspaper article. So I put it in there. I've put it on our web page. I've put it in our Facebook page. Anywhere I can make use of it. But yes, when we were in the lower speeds, we had no one here after school or anything because it was just way too slow. All this summer, especially, we have 15 computers in the library that are for public use, and they're all have someone on them all day long. So,
how many school districts would you say the library serves? Is there just one?
Yeah, we just serve one.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for your time.